like the ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Moore will throw. Pulls it in. It's Bryant. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
After that last completion, it's second down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always...
Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Moore. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Ducks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Gonna run it. It's Hughes. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got out of trouble and throws. Got a man. It's Bryant. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, how about that play? Curl route. And the receiver, as soon as he turned around against zone coverage, the ball was right on him, so he's able to catch it and go get the first.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Moore to the air. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite-level recruiting on the deep.
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running back searching for a hole. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground. Colts with a first down.
Really nice run there. No, listen, modern day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. To throw, it's Simpson. That's caught. It's Bernard. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football. Can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Alabama facing fourth down as we open play here in the second quarter. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Fires to the right. He's got it. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. He might want another play. Moore will throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Hughes. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Powers through the defender. He had no chance. A host of defenders back there for a loss of 4.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Sends it back in motion. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Going for it all. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Simpson. Pressure coming. Caught over the middle. It's Horton. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not that much.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Tell you what, man, there's some problems that need to be solved by this offense. Another sack. That's 3 sacks on the day. We're still in the first half, but right now this defense pitching a shutout, and they look like they're
looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Punt is on its way. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Makes the catch, it's Bernard. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. At the 40, there he goes. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Horton. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Miller with the ball. Got enough for the 1st. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
And how about the aggressiveness? This coach says, I'm going for it. We're going to put 6 on the board, time ticking down, maybe be a little bit more conservative. I love the way they put the hammer down. Now they have the lead going into the half, an extra point away from a 7-point lead.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. We're just about ready to start the second half. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
How about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands, the big defensive line that comes up with the INT.
The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Moore to the air. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
You've heard us talk about it a million times. Find the tight end in the red zone. Use the big bodies, right? Well, they do. And he drops it. God, that is not normal for the tight end position. These are the guys you depend on down here in this area.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. They go to the ground. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Catch in the middle, it's Williams. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Oh, better look out. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
The short hands, it's Miller. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Turning it on. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the big tackle.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game. And I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
He did not make it a stonewall on third down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Moore will throw. Makes the grab. It's low.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And remember, we saw this receiver in the first half have a number of inward-breaking routes, and now in the second half, we're seeing more stuff to the outside. That's a really good adjustment by this offensive coordinator.
Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
A loss of 7 yards on the play. Second down.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The incomplete